Yeah. That's
Let's
the way we
go.
start the Tuesday, right?
Or end the Tuesday?
And the Tuesday. Start the Tuesday show
Yeah.
and the Tuesday night. How about that?
Yes, there you go. Let's do that.
So after my last week of technical glitches, I have new internet, and my mantra is from the great Stuart Smalley: "I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and doggone it, people like me." So I have to remember that because a lot of people were really feeling my pain as I'm sitting here simmering uh, with all the technical glitches. So thank you so much out there for sitting there, being patient, and giving me some advice to just relax. And so I'm going to take that advice. Michael here from Beer Baseball Blog, The Adventures of Craft Beer and Baseball. This is the Beer Baseball Blogcast, episode 55 for May 18th, 2021. Wherever you are watching us live today, please give us a like and a comment. Let us know that you're out there. And as always, we'd appreciate if you subscribe and turn on those notifications. Some housekeeping before we start. A super thank you to our Patreon super supporter, Cowboy Jack Durango, for his contribution to the Beer Baseball blog on the power hitter level. Thank you so much, Cowboy. Hopefully you're in the comments. Yes, you are. I see you right there. Another thank you to Patreon super supporter Rachel Elnar for her contribution to the Beer Baseball blog. Thank you, Rachel. And as always, thank you to Scott Lost, a new Patreon supporter. Check out his Accidental Aliens at .com. He has a lot of great comic books, t-shirts, and stuff like that, and a big announcement coming soon. If you would like to become a supporter of our efforts here at the Beer Baseball blog and Beer Baseball Blogcast, check out our Patreon page, patreon.com/Beer Baseball. And as always, we have an Etsy store that you can actually get our beer coasters, stickers, buttons, and a lot of other things. Magnets, too, are on there, and some more stuff coming. Check out our Etsy store. And here is the lineup card for today. Batting leadoff is the VP of Content Development here at the Beer Baseball blog, Angelo Trinidad. Welcome.
Michael, how are you? Welcome, everyone, to episode 55. Super excited to be here. Can't believe, and I know they say this week after week, can't believe we're 55 episodes strong and counting. And that's all because of each and every one of you and your continued support for our show and our passion of craft beer and baseball. So thank you for indulging us and allowing us to provide this for you.
Absolutely, and who knew that? I mean, 55. That was like when we first started. That was like a pipe dream. Like, what would 55 even look like? You know, it wasn't even a thought.
Absolutely, yeah. I think we were trying to figure out, okay, is this gonna work?
Yeah.
And okay, this is working. We'll just continue to work, and that was kind of the recurring theme each and every week. And I almost feel like we have it down to a science. Much thanks to you and your technical skill and abilities. That barring any difficulties that aren't on your end, but you keep this train moving, and that's why you're the owner and founder.
Well, thank you. And it takes a team. I like to give my teammates just as much credit as myself. And all I ask you to do is come with a beer and an opinion, and enjoy the show. And each weekend when I kind of make this show, I get excited about it because I'm like, I can't wait till Tuesday. I can't wait till Tuesday. And this is no exception.
Yeah.
Kevin is actually in traffic. Shocking, right? Coming home from work. That's what the beauty of living in LA, Orange County, is all about. Sitting in traffic after work. So he'll be here shortly. I'm sorry he wasn't here to wish a happy 75th birthday to one of his favorites, one of his heroes growing up, Hall of Famer and friend of the Beer Baseball Blogcast, Reggie Jackson, Mr. October, who was born on this day in 1946. So shout out to him. Just about to kill the queen here.
It's funny. When I was preparing for today's show, and we were kind of talking about, it's Reggie Jackson's birthday, etc. I just thought to us, man, I wonder what he's gonna do to ring in and celebrate his 75th birthday. And I was like, of course, I know the answer. He's going to drop a bomb on him.
Yeah, awesome. Yes,
because that's what he does.
Love me some Reggie Jackson. No, I actually as you know, growing up I was like a grade schooler in the 70s, but it's like, you know, he was larger than life, but I'm learning to appreciate him even more now, like just like learning more about him and his time. And well, actually, you know, his transition, because he actually played a season in Baltimore in between Oakland. So like, and then, you know, went to the Angels and yeah, it's just like, and then obviously in the movies and stuff like that. So I love all of his movies too. So definitely shout out to one of our favorites here. Probably, you know, we are going to one day do a Beer Baseball Blog Hall of Fame, and I think Reggie Jackson's a first ballot.
Yeah, he might be a first ballot. So
yeah, definitely.
Happy birthday.
Yes, happy birthday, Mr. October. All right, so Angelo, you actually, before we get into what we're drinking, you actually had a jaunt over to Nashville for some baseball and a bachelor party. Am I right?
That's absolutely right. So
wow.
it was we were celebrating Big Teach 45's bachelor party, and we celebrated in Nashville, Tennessee. And let me tell you, brother, we went Broadway on Broadway. All right.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was a fun time. We kicked off the trip though this past Friday, checking out the Nashville Sounds and the Memphis Redbirds. And guys, I had every intention, Michael, you know this, I had every intention on wanting to vlog the experience as I am the VP of Content and Development. However, drinks were flowing.
Yes.
And the boys were having a good time. And I just didn't get around to it. But I did want to share a couple experiences from that game. And I think it'll come off better in audio form than in video form anyway. What's up, Kevin?
Kevin.
Oh, I'm here. I was hoping you just act like I was here the whole time. That's what I was kind of hoping for.
You're here just in time for this story.
Oh, I'm watching the whole drive home. I'm watching on the freeway coming in. Don't worry.
And I want to preface this for everyone watching that Michael and Kevin have not heard this story yet. So this is going to be you're going to see first time reactions. But to get to the actual, let's start off with the ballpark. Beautiful ballpark, First Horizon Park in downtown Nashville. It was half a mile walking distance of our hotel, and actually we stepped out of our hotel. We're like, okay, I wonder what direction it is. And you look to the left and you could see the stadium lights. So you just follow the lights, which was great. A beautiful ballpark, great configuration. The scoreboard is in the shape of a guitar, hence, you know, in Music City, USA. So the ballpark was awesome. Game, not so awesome. The Memphis Redbirds won 9-2, put a spanking on the Nashville Sounds. Primarily because Nashville's pitching was absolutely atrocious, like the absolute worst. But listen to these three names in the starting lineup for the Nashville Sounds. Okay, and you tell me if you would have expected to see them lose 9-2. Keston Hiura, D. Strange Gordon, and on his first rehab assignment, Christian Yelich, who only played 3 innings, a scheduled 3 innings, 2 at-bats. Yelich went 0-for-2 with 2 strikeouts. Okay. So with that lineup, they lost. But yes, the pitching was atrocious, which contributed to that loss. They did win on Saturday, but lost in close fashion on Sunday. It was a sold-out stadium, over 10,000 fans, the 100th sellout in First Horizon Park history. But that is just the beginning of the story. All right. So we have seats right behind right field. And I was excited because who plays right field? Christian Yelich. So we were in the Yelich section, and I was excited about that. However, a player came up to bat for the Memphis Redbirds by the name of Lars Nootbaar. And that name just had us hook, line, and sinker from the beginning because it's such a unique name. And we start having conversations about, and there's his full name. what parent would hates their kid enough to name them Lars with the last name Newtbar. So that kind of started out as a running joke. And we started out the first couple innings name heckling him. But he was a good sport about it. We were really close. Like, we were in the first row in the right field, so I know he could hear us. So we're yelling Newt Bar, way to throw it in, Newt, like just whatever obnoxious drunk things you can yell. And then in the top of the third inning, top of the third inning, he hit a bases loaded clearing RBI double to score 3 runs for the Redbirds. And then on his next at bat, he proceeded to hit an RBI single in the fifth inning.
So it's your fault.
It's your fault. It's our fault.
Yeah.
And we were convinced it was our fault. So then we were like, gosh, man, like, who is this kid? Like, he started to turn the tide. So then we started to do a little research in the stands. So we found out that Lars Newtbar was drafted by St. Louis in 2018 in the 8th round with the 243rd pick. He played in 2018 for the State College Spikes. In 2019, he played for the Peoria Chiefs, Palm Beach Cardinals, and the Springfield, Missouri Cardinals. And then this year, he's playing for the AAA Memphis Redbirds. Then it got really interesting because then we found out that he is a SoCal boy, born and bred, graduated from USC, and is from El Segundo, California.
Oh, there you go.
Brother, let me tell you, Lars Newtbar in section 102, row 1, seats 1 through 6, went from the biggest heel to the biggest effing baby face. All right?
We should call him The Rock.
The biggest baby face turn ever. And then it turned to cheers. It turned to 310 chants. It turned to USC. It turned to yelling El Segundo at him. And he was smiling. He was laughing. He was burying his face in his glove. He was acknowledging the fact that the most obnoxious fans turned into the biggest.
Were they just busting my chops earlier? They're like,
right.
What the heck is going on here?
Yeah, and it was the funniest. It was the absolute funniest experience, and one of the most fun experiences I've ever had at a baseball game. Lars Newtbar will live in infamy forever when we think about Big Teach 45's bachelor party. So what I want everyone to do that's watching, go follow Lars Newtbar on Instagram at Lars_Newtbar11 and hit him up and tell him that he needs to come on the Beer Baseball Blogcast so we can talk about the biggest babyface turn in the history of babyface turns.
Yeah.
So hit him up, let him know what's up. But that kicked off the weekend in a great fashion. And we still are laughing. And I was texting with the boys earlier, telling them, hey, tune in at 6 p.m. to hear me tell the tall tale of Lars Newtbar. So there's my awesome Lars Newtbar story. That was my experience at First Horizon Park. Beautiful stadium. Didn't get to drink a lot of craft beer at the stadium, unfortunately. They have 2 craft beer carts. The lines were insane. So it was a sellout. I think 10,312 fans was a sellout. They have 4 concession stands and 2 beer carts at the stadium. So you can imagine what the lines look like. Yeah. So, but fun experience. It was great to be out in the ballpark. And I was kind of hesitant with the whole no mask thing, but let me tell you, it was a unique experience, but it was fun to be back in the ballpark.
That's awesome. What a great story. And we'll definitely track him down and maybe send him some clips of this. I can't wait. And I won't say down the street, but at least about 15 miles from here, from where I'm at, and in between us where we're at.
Yep.
That's super awesome. Yeah.
So Lars, if you're watching, Lars, dude, we're your biggest fans. Let's get on the show. Let's make it happen. Instagram at him. Tell him he needs to come.
We should have tagged him and posted about today's show if I would have thought about that,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
So,
that's all right.
But Lars, if you're out there watching, you have an open invitation to the Beer Baseball Blogcast.
Absolutely. Yeah. And
He might be a first ballot Beer and Baseball Hall of Famer.
Yes.
Right alongside, dude, in great company.
Yes.
With Reggie Jackson.
Yeah.
Seth Beer.
Yep.
Yeah.
So many of them. Bob Watson.
Yeah.
Yes.
So many. We could go on a whole tangent on this thing, but that's awesome. Thanks for sharing that, Angelo. That sounds like so much fun. I mean, he went from Rocky sucks to the most electrifying man in sports entertainment.
Yeah,
a similar term.
In a couple innings.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, that is awesome. So let's get to what we're drinking tonight. I'm gonna actually let you go first, Kevin.
Oh, geez. All right. I'm not even prepared. I had extra beer at home and at work, and I left it at work. So this is literally, I have one beer in my fridge. So I'm not going to be very exciting tonight. Sorry, Cowboy Jack. So this is, and I only got this from a beer trade from one of my coworkers. So lucky I have a beer at all. Just someone I went to Whole Foods saw this. And it sounded interesting. So he's like, "You want one?" And I'm not going to say no to a beer. Beer Mosa Sour. So smells interesting. I'll have to see how it is. 6.5%. I'm not sure what the IBU will be. But it's gonna be interesting because I've had something similar to a beer Mosa kind of beer where they just try to, it doesn't have champagne in it, but they try to put the other contents in it. Radiant where I go, they did that with put just some more orange zest in there, or like what's called a Bellini where you put peaches in there. They're trying to do that style beer, but let's see, Beer Mosa Sour. And 6.5% too. Oh yeah, that's hearty. Let me see here. Peaches, grapes, and medley of citrus fruits. Yeah, I haven't had a chance to do any research this week.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be very exciting this week. But it's cool because I don't think we've had anything from Dogfish Head yet on the show at all.
No, we haven't.
The first one.
Yeah. And I never even heard of this till my coworker texted me about it. I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll take one. I'm like, good, I have beer for the show.
Yeah, I think they have that. It's like, oh God, I'm probably going to butcher
like the 90-minute IPA.
90-minute, and then there's a 60-minute, and then 120-minute.
Right.
So I guess it's a different level.
I think it's different levels of like IPA or double IPA. Yeah, if I remember right. I haven't had those in a while.
Yeah.
This is cool. It's just something new to try. I'm like, oh, right on. I haven't even been them in forever.
Yeah, that's super cool. And actually, Angelo and I have a similar brewery.
Yes.
In fact, the same brewery, but
yeah, I blew it on that call.
Yeah. So, Angelo, tell us about this one. Did we lose Angelo? We did. He's giving us a stone face.
Uh-oh. He has the El Segundo face. Stone cold.
Yep. All right.
I know this is one I've actually been wanting to try too. Have you got to try this yet, Michael?
I have, and
okay.
They've actually changed the artwork on this one, and it's actually.
Is that not the artwork now? Because I was like, I really like the artwork. And I was like, I gotta find that and get it sometime.
I mean, they updated it a bit, but they changed kind of like their packaging, which I'll show you on this other one as well. So I think that they kind of.
I like that. Looks cool. I like the look of it. Yeah, because a friend of ours, Steve, had it too. I was like, oh man, that looks good.
It's definitely one of those that you should like if you like hazies and you like anything West Coast and San Diego beer. It's from San Diego. So
yeah, this is one of the more underrated breweries that are around that area because they're not really San Diego. They're like more Oceanside Vista area.
Right.
But they make some great beers. I mean, I think before they made the Deftone line of beers that I know we've had on the show before.
They made the Deftone one, and they also make one, and how we kind of ran across them, they have a peanut butter stout.
Yes.
That's like out of this world. So
yeah, that one you can buy at Trader Joe's sometimes. Yeah,
definitely.
All right, so I'm back.
So we talked through your beer, Angelo.
Awesome.
So do you want to talk about mine?
It's good.
Hey, come on.
It's really what attracted me to the beer was the can.
Yeah.
The art on the can, and what has me really good now is the beer. It's actually really good. So I know you guys talked about it. No IBU listed, 6.6 ABV, but you guys, if you guys haven't noticed, hazy IPAs have kind of been my thing lately, and this is another good one. And it says "damn good time" on the side of the can.
Yeah, I love that. They have awesome artwork and awesome. Actually, I've been there once, and it was really super cool. My beer is from Belching Beaver as well. It's the No Worries IPA,
Nice.
6.2 ABV, a very low 45 IBUs. I think that, like, for instance, if I was to have someone have a West Coast IPA, this is probably what I would have them try because it's not too hoppy, even though it has Strata, Galaxy, Mosaic, Citra, and Amarillo hops. It's not super hoppy, so that's one of the cool things about it. It's crisp and balanced, and with aromas of tropical fruit. So you just smell it. You get to smell all the fruit in there. It's like it's really good, but it's super clean drinking. And definitely, if you see this one, highly recommend this one. So Belching Beaver coming in strong.
Yeah.
So let me go through real quick. I wanted to make mention of everybody in the comments. Bubble Pug, thanks for joining again. So loyal. David, a loyal watcher as well. Cowboy Jack, of course. Colin Duncan, thank you for joining. Chad M, always a pleasure to have you. Kevin Lyon, no.
What? I think you're talking about Reggie, and I'm like, I got to get in here. And I'm like, oh, it's too late. I'm like, I don't know where I put my pin. Where's my Reggie pin? I should have had it ready.
Yes.
Oh,
Mr.
wow.
Soup in the comments, thank you so much. Ryan.
Big teach in the flesh.
Yeah, definitely. Could be a first ballot Hall of Famer on our
Potentially, yeah.
I don't know. We got to make this harder for people. So
Yeah.
they have to,
Well, I don't know. Mookie Cats might be a sure bet.
Mookie
first
Cats
ballot.
Easily first ballot.
Yeah.
And if Sports Cards, thank you so much for joining. Yes, Birch Leaf Healing. Hola to you. Thank you for joining. So let's see here. Let me do this and a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Oh yeah. So we're gonna do this day in baseball history for May 18th. It's a good one. It's a good one. May 18th, 1875, in front of a record crowd of 10,000 fans at Hartford Ball Club grounds, the visiting Boston Red Stockings, who are 16-0, beat the Hartford Dark Blues, who are 12-0, for their first loss, 10-5 in a matchup of undefeated teams. So why is Mark Twain on here? Because writer Mark Twain attends the National Association's contest and offers a $5 reward for the return of his English-made brown silk umbrella stolen at the game by a small boy after the famous writer stood up to cheer for his hometown team. Yeah, were you that young boy?
Yes, I was. I was. I just laughed. He said, "Like, oh no, is this what I think it is?" Yeah, that was me.
Well, Kevin, this will. I know. I'm not very good at math, but I try. But that $5.
Yes.
In 1875 is now worth today $121.39.
But you know what? The umbrella is probably worth more than $121 and whatever cents you said. You know. Speaking of which, let me find that umbrella. I can go in a museum, brother.
Awesome. May 18th, 1912, as a replacement player, Alan Travers, a St. Joseph's College pitcher, takes the mound for the Tigers, who are fielding an amateur team to avoid a $5,000 fine due to the team's refusal to play the A's in support of suspended teammate Ty Cobb. In what will be his only major league appearance, the collegiate hurler goes the distance, giving up 24 runs, 14 earned runs, 26 hits, 7 walks, but does strike out 1 as Philadelphia routs Detroit at Shibe Park 24-2. Okay, so you think that's amazing enough, right?
Yeah.
As if this story couldn't get more weird, to date, Travers is the only Catholic priest to play in the big leagues.
Wow. Bless you, Father.
Yes.
Exactly. Wow.
His ERA was only about 25 or so, I want to say, for that game.
You could have got in there if you brought your glove.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank God. And that's such a. I look away. Oh my gosh, that is not the best picture of him. You know, in his
No.
priesthood.
No.
That's not very flattering. I'm like, I would not trust that. No offense, I would not trust that priest if I saw him in my church. I mean, a young boy with my Mark Twain umbrella, I'd be turning around going the other way.
May 18th, 1931, Brooklyn Robins right fielder Babe Herman, not Herman Babe Ruth,
Yep.
but Babe Herman
Dave Herman, yep.
hits for the cycle for the first of 2 times this season in the team's 14-4 rout of the Reds at Ebbets Field. In 1933, as a member of the Cubs, the Glendale, California, home of Paperback Brewing, native will collect a single, double, triple, and home run in the same game,
Wow.
joining Bob Musil as the only major leaguers to have accomplished the rare feat 3 times since 1900. So the Brooklyn Robins, of course, are now the Los Angeles Dodgers.
I know. I'm like,
Yeah. They started as the Grays in 1883, became the Atlantics, became the Grays again, became the Bridegrooms, became the Grooms, back to the Bridegrooms, to the Super Baws, to the Trolley Dodgers, to the Brooklyn Dodgers, and then to the Robins. They were actually the Brooklyn Dodgers and then went to the Robins, which is interesting. Became the Brooklyn Dodgers again and then the Los Angeles Dodgers. So,
see, and that's so odd now. Back in this period, you would have teams change their name. Like, can you imagine that happening now? Like the last time a team changed their name was probably, you know, except for like, you know, the Redskins having to become like Washington football team.
yeah.
It'd be like the Devil Rays had to
Rays,
change the name
right.
to the Rays because it's a
Yeah.
devil.
Yeah.
You know, if it's just like, you know, teams aren't casually changing their team name like ever. And minor league they would, but not major league.
Right.
Yeah.
What are they going to do with all that merch, you know?
Exactly.
That's true. Now it's all about merch.
Yeah, especially minor league level. Absolutely.
May 18th, 1956, Mickey Mantle becomes the all-time home run leader for switch hitters when he belts his 136th career home run. The 2-out home run in the top of the 9th ties the score for the Yankees in their eventual extra inning 8-7 victory over the Chicago White Sox at Comiskey Park. The Mick will nearly quadruple the mark, extending the record to 536 before he retires in the 1969 season. 1956 was a big year for Mantle, as he won the Triple Crown when he batted .353, 52 home runs, and batted 130 runs batted in. But get this, the next year, in 57, batted .365, 34 home runs, and 94 RBIs. So, wow, what an amazing 2 years he had there.
Dang. I don't remember him being like just a plain hitter. I obviously had the power, but gosh, I don't remember hitting for average so much. But he had some speed too. You know.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
wow.
Speaking of speed, May 18th, 1969, Cesar Tovar and Rod Carew combined to set a major league record for most steals by teammates in one inning, swiping 5 bases against the Tigers pitcher Mickey Lolich and catcher Bill Freehan.
Wow.
During the 3rd inning, Tovar, the Twins' leadoff hitter, steals 3rd base and home, followed by Carew, who steals 2nd, 3rd, and home in an 8-2 loss at Metropolitan Stadium. So 2 steals a home, and those were the only runs for the Twins that game.
And Lolich was a pretty great pitcher back then because this is the Tigers at their peak too.
Yep.
So I'm hearing if it's off of like, I don't know if Lolich was a slower velocity pitcher or what to be able to pull that off. You know, I figure he must have been more of a slower like speed pitcher or slower of his windup or whatever. But wow, that's nuts.
Yeah, and I think it was the clip I saw online on YouTube was the guy was saying like this was in 2016, and I don't think it's happened since 2016, but it's the only time that 2 players have stolen home in a game. I'm sorry, in an inning in the game. So
okay.
I would dare say ever in baseball they've stolen home twice. So
yeah, because I mean nowadays I'm sure I don't remember the last time someone tried to steal home. I'm sure it's pretty rare because nowadays you want to be more cautious with players. That's definitely risking a chance for injury, stealing home
Actually,
like
it
that.
happened yesterday.
There we go. Now
Garcia.
they said that. Yeah. Thanks, Michael.
Yeah.
Hashtag do the research, Kevin.
Well, that's just because I watch baseball all day.
Yeah.
May 18th, 1973, the A's Bill North bat sails onto the infield when he swings and misses the first pitch thrown by Royals rookie reliever Doug Bird. Amazingly, North, when retrieving his bat, unexpectedly goes to the mound and begins to pummel Bird. The A's outfielder, who will be ejected, suspended for 3 days, and receive a whopping $100 fine for initiating the brawl, was retaliating against Bird for an incident that occurred in Class A game that was played in Waterloo 3 seasons ago.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
Oh my God.
Which is that's one of the great things about baseball, like all these underlying things. But yeah, crazy. So we were talking about steals. May 18th, 2000, in a 6-2 loss to the Padres, the Marlins steal 10 bases, which is one shy of the National League record. Luis Castillo has 3, Cliff Floyd 3, Preston Wilson 2, and Mark Kotze, former Angel, right?
Yeah, I believe. Yeah.
With 2. And they're the top 4 batters in the Marlins lineup that are responsible. So, and we were just talking. I don't know if it was. I don't think it was us, but I think it was someone else. But we were talking about like how there's not a lot of steals in baseball anymore. It's kind of gone away. And just as I say that, I think it wasn't Tommy Edman, but oh gosh, I'm blanking on his name. Somebody went on for the Cardinals, went on the DL for stealing a base and fractured his finger.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
I mean, the peak of that was obviously, it really started getting bigger in the 60s, like Maury Wills, and then later in the 60s, Lou Brock. But obviously the peak would have been the 80s with Henderson and like Coleman and those guys. And then it kind of got lower. I mean, I guess it gets more like home runs started to become more prominent after that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But nowadays, I don't even know if the top leader even get 100 steals anymore.
No,
there's not that guy who gets on first base and you're like, shoot, we got to do something, It's still a thing, but it's not nearly as big as it was. And which is interesting because a lot of teams play small ball nowadays. And you figure like you would love to have a Ricky Anderson type player nowadays.
Yep. Well, there's a lot of metrics out there that you can't give away outs, and like stealing is almost like kind of risking a base runner. So you're taking the bat, either the bat out of the person's hand, or kind of actually like situational, like if they're going, so it's almost like a hit and run situation,
right?
So it actually kind of changes the complexity of batting, and shifts also have a lot to do with it too. So there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
May 18th, 2000, we were talking about Mickey Mantle earlier. Mark McGwire passes Mickey Mantle on the all-time home run list when he goes deep in the first inning as he hits a 3-run homer off my high school teammate, Kurt Schilling, for 537, placing him in front of Mantle for 8th place. Big Mac adds to his total with 2 more home runs that day in a Cardinals 7-2 victory over the Phillies at Veterans Stadium.
Wow.
Insane. This is a fun one for us older guys. May 18th, 2004, at the tender age of 40, Southpaw Randy Johnson becomes the oldest pitcher to throw a perfect game for the Diamondbacks when they beat the Braves 2-0. The big unit joins Cy Young, Jim Bunning, Hideo Nomo, and Nolan Ryan as the only pitchers to throw no-hitters in both leagues, and creates the most extended span between no-hitters, having first accomplished the feat against the Tigers for the Mariners' first no-hitter in June of 1990.
Wow.
Gosh, and the Mariners would have started, so that took like what, 23 years for the Mariners' first no-hitter. Yeah, it's half as long as the Padres. It took 50 for the Padres.
That's right. Yeah, totally. And here's a name that you haven't heard in a long time. Actually, if Ed Brown is out there, he probably doesn't want to hear about it. May 18th, 2008, a pitch out and a perfect throw by Brewers catcher Jason Kendall finally catches Jacoby Ellsbury attempting to steal a bag, snapping the 24-year-old rookie's string of 25 consecutive stolen bases to start his big league career.
Wow.
The Red Sox outfielder is second all-time to Tim Raines, who recorded 27 straight steals with the Expos.
That's Rock Raines. Excuse me. Rock Raines.
But he wasn't Rock Raines when he was with the Expos. That was later when he was with the White Sox.
Oh, details.
Yes. Speaking of Jason Kendall, May 18th, 2009, exactly 1 year later, Jason Kendall collects his 2,000th career hit when he singles in the Brewers 8-4 victory over the Cardinals at Busch Stadium. The 34-year-old catcher becomes the 254th player to reach that milestone, but only the 8th primarily to be a catcher. So I remember Jason Kendall being such a prolific hitter, but obviously he was.
Yeah, he was. He was kind of, I mean, I'm guessing maybe because he played for like smaller market teams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember, he was mostly the Pirates when they were definitely not their peak. You know what I mean? He get lost stuff like that. If he was playing on like a Yankees or a Dodgers, he might have been more celebrated than what he was.
Yeah, he played for the Brewers. He played for the Pirates. He actually had quite a famous brawl when he was with the Pirates. But he actually played with the Royals. I remember seeing him when the first time I went to Washington. He was a catcher for the Royals when they weren't all that great. But yeah, he was a very 2,000 hits is nothing to scoff at. Pretty good
Absolutely
hitter.
not.
And finally, baseball isn't scripted, but incredibly has some stories that are straight out of the movies. On May 18th, 2012, Kerry Wood ends his baseball career on his terms when he strikes out one batter he faces before walking off the mound into the embrace of his 6-year-old son in front of Wrigley Field dugout. The 35-year-old, much injured Cubs right-hander, an all-star as both a starter and a closer, believes today's final strikeout will be the most significant and most memorable moment of his 14-year career. This is on YouTube, and it's amazing because they're playing the White Sox, and he strikes out the batter on 3 pitches and just walks off the field to a standing ovation into his son's arms. It's like it's as if they scripted it. It was quite amazing. And I remember Kerry Wood coming back for, I think he was obviously he had that 20 strikeout game for the Cubs early in his career. And then we talked about last week that it was like 33 after two games.
Yep.
But then he came back for the Indians and was like a really amazing reliever. But super awesome. I mean, and definitely check that clip out. Maybe we'll share that on our social media. But absolutely awesome. What, Angelo? This is you could have had this moment with your son. Like if he strikes out somebody, he just runs into your arms. Little league.
Or he strikes somebody. Yeah, he strikes somebody out, and I just run into his arm. He ends his little league career.
So, and the coach gonna be. There's only one out. Get back out there.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter. He just commit.
Come on, boys.
Commit.
That's awesome. All right, so let's do some baseball card pack wars. This has been, really the Kevin Lyon story. Back to 500 for Kevin.
Wait. I've been alive over 107 years, and this is my story.
Yes, you went 3-1 last week to pull back to 500, but we're gonna catch you. We're gonna catch you. These are the baseball card pack war rules. We'll walk you through them. We're looking for the high card, relics, autographs. That third round is the wild card, which is double the points. We all drink when we get a Brewers card, and Cowboy Jack Durango drinking after every card. So we actually have this is interesting. Random question: who's the artist of the cool baseball portraits behind Kevin and Angelo? Okay, so actually, Kevin, do you know the guy's name? I'll look
And
up
I'm,
in the
and I'm
background.
mad because I'm going, I can't believe I'm spacing out on the guy's name because we were just talking about him a couple weeks ago.
I actually remember his name is Jason Drumheller.
Right.
He actually does uh, art for the Baltimore Orioles. I actually have correspondence with him because I want to get him on one of the hoppy hours or do an interview with him. He actually I actually learned of his work because I was taking pictures of it and I actually looked it up who did it, the artwork. And then I think it's like Jay Drumheller on Instagram. I'll have to look it up, but he's super nice. But right now, Tops is doing this thing for artists.
Yep.
What is it?
Project 70.
Project 70. So he's been doing some cards for Project 70, and I can't find them anywhere. And I don't know if they're coming out soon or they've already been out. They're all amazing. His design is so good. But yeah, go ahead, Kevin.
I was going to let you. His Instagram is JS Drumheller.
Yes.
So JS Drumheller, and it's Drum and HELLER for the last name. I just followed him on iGram. I'm going to be following a lot of iGram's accounts after tonight.
Yes,
2 already tonight.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Oh yeah, this is great.
Super nice guy too, and he has some like amazing artwork. But if I'm not mistaken, I don't think he did this one, but I wouldn't be surprised if he did. This one, the Steady Eddie. It seems to me that he might have done this as well.
Yeah,
this is
all the I might look that up here while other people are opening packs.
Yeah, this is when I went to Camden Yards. This is Union Craft Brewing. God, I hope that he did this artwork because it's very reminiscent of his style. But that's how I kind of found out about him and his style because they. Well, I'll just put that over here. But yeah, thank you, Jody, for asking that. It's it's awesome because I got those especially for Angelo and Kevin because he to support him because he's a really great artist. So thank you for asking that. Let's start out. Angelo, why don't you go first?
All right. So let's kick things off with 2021 opening day. And let's see what we can find. Hopefully we get some brewers.
Not too many. I only have one beer.
So we're going to kick it off with Tony Gonsolin. We have Wilson Contreras. We have Nolan Arenado. We have Raisel Iglesias. Tim Anderson. We have Jacob Junis. And we have outstanding opening day, Clayton Kershaw, opening the 2013 season against the rival Giants on April 1st. Wow. He took his first step towards his second NL Cy Young Award. The Dodgers southpaw needed only 94 pitches to twirl a 4-hit shutout, leading his team to a 4-0 victory. Clayton struck out 7 and walked none while facing just 30 batters.
Wow. Awesome. All right, Kevin, you're up.
All right. I gotta find all my cards. See, I was really, really prepared for today's show. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, starting off here with a rookie card of Evan White for the Mariners. Francisco Lindor on Not the Indians. Corey Seager. Rookie card of Nick Mandragola. Alberto Mondesi. Jose Berrios. And my outstanding opening day card is Giancarlo Stanton.
Yeah, who just went on the DL.
Yep.
Sorry, Ed.
Yeah.
All right, go to Trout.
Ed's like he was off the DL.
I know.
He actually had a good April actually.
That's too bad. They maybe could have had Pools be DH while Trout's out. I'm just kidding. Don't get me started.
Yeah, right.
No, it doesn't matter. It's fine.
Marcell Ozuna. This is Andres. Is it Jimenez? Yeah, these things are kind of hard to see on the back here. This is Marcus Simeon. Another Raisel Iglesias. Now an Angel, right?
Yep.
Another Tim Anderson.
Uh-huh.
Chris Sale.
Nope.
The
didn't
Taylor,
know.
the Edward Scissorhands,
The Taylor,
or
yes.
Christopher Scissorhands.
Yep.
And
There you go. Good job.
My opening day is these guys. Have you heard of them?
Yeah,
Are they good?
they're okay.
All right.
All right. So, yeah, Angelo went first.
211.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
211.
Corey Seager, 174.
Ooh. And I do not think that I have. I think my highest card is my Chris Sale at 192.
Yes, I got one finally.
Yeah, back on the board. Nicely done.
Back on the board, but not in the game. All right, so we got 2021 Heritage Baseball. All right, we got Ian Happ, Nick Castellanos, 2020 AL RBI leaders Jose Abreu, Luke Voigt, Jose Ramirez, and Mike Trout. We have boyhood photos of the Stars rookie card of Ryan Mountcastle. 2021 Rookie Stars American League Tanner Hook and Sam Huff.
Boy, no Brewers yet. Come on.
Yep. Tyler Chatwood from the Cubs.
All right, I jinxed it.
We have 2021 Rookie Stars on the Rangers, Anderson Tejada and Leody Taveras. We have Mark Canha and Michael Conforto to round it out. So no Brewers.
All right, Kevin.
Right. Let's see what we got here. Hopefully a Brewer, Auto Relic. We got anything. We haven't got any like knockouts in a while here.
No.
Let's go for all of us here, Doug. All right, we got Max Scherzer in action.
En acción.
I'm sorry, you're right. Dylan Carlson in action. Patrick Corbin not in action.
No.
2021 Rookie Stars for the White Sox, Dane Dunning, Zach Birdie, and Matt Foster. Kyle Seager. AJ Puck. Shane Bieber. And I guess I called my shot. There's our first relic.
Wow.
Jorge Alfaro. There we go.
Nice.
We haven't had a relic in a while, but here we go.
And that's the only relic in the box too, Kev.
Oh, all right. Well, there we go.
There you
Then
go.
I got to decide. Do I?
Who do you
I
knock-
know.
who do you
Well,
knock
Angelo
out?
already won a point. Angelo already won a point today. All right. Well, you know what, Angelo? I'm gonna see if you can keep your streak going. Michael, you're out.
Ah.
What?
Ugh.
Let's see if
All
I
right.
regret that.
Grr. Come on,
My
Angelo.
high-
Wow.
My high card is 400.
Oh, sorry.
Jeez, you gotta be kidding me. I made a mistake.
Yeah, eat it.
398.
All right.
Angelo 2-0.
All right. So we're going back to the wild card, right?
Yes.
So
this
am I
is worth
picking the
two.
stip or are we going low card?
You can make the stip or go low card. Doesn't matter.
What's the stipulation?
All right. So in celebration of one Lars Newbar, who plays for the Memphis Redbirds, which is a AAA affiliate of the St. Louis Cardinals, we'll go with NL Central.
Oh, okay.
NL Central.
Very good.
So I have Topps 2020 Series 2.
I wish I saw packs in here. Okay, good.
Let me pull up NL Central just in case I have a.
I can tell you.
All right.
We're here to help you. That's Michael's division. He knows.
That's right. Yes.
And hopefully that gets us a brewer too.
Yes.
So I have a Seth Mejias Breen from the Padres, so no NL Central. Mike Ford from the Yankees, so no Central. We have one right here, Jacob Stallings, Pittsburgh Pirates.
There you go.
Sin-Soo Choo from the Rangers. The Phillies, we got Adam Hazley. The Cincinnati Reds, so I have two. We have Philip Irvin.
There you go.
Toronto Blue Jays, Teoscar Hernandez. We have Tony Kemp from the A's. Eduardo Escobar from the D-backs. Warriors of the Diamond, Babe Ruth. So George Herman, Babe Ruth.
Yeah.
Not Babe Herman.
Not Babe Herman. We have a home run challenge, which is null and void for Mike Trout for 2020. Wow, Lou Gehrig and Babe Ruth in the same pack. You don't see that often.
Oh, right on. That's cool.
Washington Nationals, Howie Kendrick. And Miguel Rojas from the Miami Marlins. So I got two. I got a red and a pirate.
There you go.
Was that like some kind of jumbo pack? Because you had like 2 or 3 inserts in there.
No, it's just a 14 card.
Because I thought that Babe Ruth was. Oh, I thought that Babe Ruth was an insert.
It was an insert, and I got the Lou Gehrig insert. So
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I have 2020 Topps archives.
There you go.
So, question: there's older players on here. Is going to count for 2020? Or
yeah, today's.
all right. I'm just saying, if I pull out like Steve Carlton, then or someone, I'm trying to think of a random example here. All right, we got Lucas Giolito from the Chicago White Sox. Gary Sanchez from the Yankees. Here's my first one. I mentioned him earlier, Mr. Lou Brock.
There you go.
Nice.
For the Cardinals. Nick Solak from the Texas Rangers. Oh, we got another one. We got Albert Albacete from the Cubs. That's 2. Let's see here. I think this is an insert. Yeah. Bo Bichette, 2020 rookies commemorative. That's cool.
That is cool.
That's the old school rookie right there. I like how they did that. Okay. We got Cole Calhoun.
Wow.
But unfortunately for me, Diamondback. And last, Carter Kaboom from the
Wow.
Washington.
So 2-2.
So 2.
2-2.
No Brewers.
No
I really
Brewers,
jinxed
what
it
the
this
heck?
week. I said, let's not get someone and have one beer, and I'm not going to be able to get started on it.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna make you work with some 2020 Pro debut.
Well, I
I might as well make you do something. I was late, and I have one beer, and I haven't even drank it. All right.
I have five
Give me-
of them
give me a
here.
moment here.
I have 5 of them listed here. So
Okay. All right, here we go. So minor leagues. So Alec Boehm, I think the Fightin' Phils. I think that's the
Nice.
Phillies.
Yeah, that'd be Philadelphia.
Yep. That's East. Let's see here. We got the Hickory Crawdads. Hans Kraus. Great
Hang
name.
on.
Hickory Crawdad.
Hickory is. Oh, come on. Of course I can't. The Rangers.
Okay. This one's a Twins affiliate. So the Elizabethan Twins. This is Matt.
Oh no, did
Wallner.
I freeze or is that everybody?
no, you're good. We're good.
You're good.
Oh, great.
From the Down East Wood Ducks. I love that. I love that name. Sam Huff.
That's a I just had a Sam Huff, so that's not NL Central. I
Okay.
think it
Rangers.
Rangers.
So this is from the GCL Pirates. So at least I know it's a pirate. So there's one.
There's one.
It's Texas.
Okay. Wood Ducks. Okay. This
I
one's
will.
from the Fayetteville Woodpeckers. This is Austin Hansen. So Fayetteville, I'm not sure who they're.
What's that? Fayetteville what?
Woodpeckers. I think it's probably Houston.
Yep, it is. Low A affiliate, Houston.
Cody Hose.
Yeah.
From the Dodgers. This is the AZL Dodgers. And last but not least, from the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs is Damon Jones. I doubt that is.
I want to say that's the Phillies. It's the
Phillies. So you got two.
Oh,
Three-way tie.
A three-way tie? Are you kidding
Three-way
me?
tie.
Oh my gosh.
2-0. Wow, that was
That's the first.
that's
the
super
first
catch.
I lost you for the two you got. I went in and out, so I'm like, I didn't even know you got two.
I got
My connection went bad or
Pittsburgh
something.
and Phillies. All right. So now we do low card. Let's go back to Angelo going first.
What are we doing? Are we opening another pack or doing low card from the last pack we just opened?
Oh, yeah. Why don't we do that? Yeah.
Low card from the pack we just opened.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, shoot. What I just opened. All right.
Did you throw them away?
You just open archives.
No, I have it.
It doesn't fare well for me because I have Series 2 tops. So.
Yeah, same here.
Oh.
All right. Mine is not faring well as well. Oh, God.
So mine is 370.
Ooh, 370 is low
God.
card.
I don't think my high card would be that. 21.
Ah. I have everything in mine is triple digits. So, Kevin.
Wow.
Unbelievable. Well, two for Kevin, 2 for Angelo. Nicely done. I unfortunately wear
Sorry,
the collar.
Michael.
I'm wearing the collar today. It's okay.
It's my fault.
Okay.
You might have beat me if I would have, kicked you out.
That's all right. So maybe, well, I can't even win in trivia because I know the answers. So let's do some baseball trivia to end it out. Let's test your knowledge of baseball. You're going to have to really know your stuff.
We apologize. No Brewers. That's
No
the first time
Brewers.
we ever got no Brewers,
Brewers.
in our 9 packs.
Ridiculous.
We should have opened up another pack. We
Yeah,
should have opened another pack, another one, just to get a Brewer.
We should just chug our beers. And we should actually be punished for it. We should actually be told to chug our beers. All right. So
I will anyway.
This is from the Who Am I? This is Who Am I? This is from Rookies 1986. So I have 2 of these cards that if you flip them, you can actually see them. So Magic Motion baseball trivia cards. Here we go. And I want you in the comments to let's get a like spike and let's get some comments in here and let's know what you think. So, who was the last pitcher to win 20 games in his rookie season?
Oh, man.
Your 4 choices are Herb Score,
No, I thought it was.
Bob Grimm,
Wow.
Tom Browning, or Dwight Gooden. Now, you'll notice because these are 80s cards, Dwight Gooden is probably in every single one of he's actually an answer in every single one of them.
Yeah.
Is he the answer? I'm not sure.
Yeah, you're sure. You know the answer. You know what's funny? I was like totally thinking it was gonna be like Mark the Bird Fidrich. You know what I mean?
Yes, right. Yes.
And I'm like, oh, he's not even a choice. Okay.
No.
Hmm.
So the question is, who is the last pitcher? Last pitcher. Remember, this is 1986.
As of 1986.
Yeah. Last pitcher.
I seriously doubt a rookie pitcher.
Season.
I doubt a rookie pitcher has done this since '86.
Yep. So John Talwar going with Doc Gooden.
That seems almost too obvious.
Bubble Pug going with Herb Score. Seems like
Doc,
a pretty cool guy.
I feel like Doc Gooden's already been an answer in a couple of these. But the consensus is saying Doc.
Yeah. That's Cowboy Jack's new favorite player.
So Cowboy Jack asked a beer question too in the comments. He wants to know what makes a beer what makes an IPA hazy. So Michael, Kevin, can you guys answer that? I don't have the answer to that.
So I don't know exactly what the process is to make it hazy, but I know that like the taste of it is like it's almost like they put orange juice in an IPA. That's the only way I can explain it. It has kind of like a kind of a fruity flavor to it. There's New England IPAs. There's or hazy IPAs. I mean, it's become a style of beer, but I'm not quite sure what makes it hazy. We should definitely do our research on that because we drink enough hazy IPAs. We're kind of like, and a lot of them, like the 394 Pale Ale, or not. I'm sorry, not the 394. Or was it? They have a hazy, the 394.
Yeah, most
They made a hazy version of it last
made a
year.
hazy
I think you're
version
right
of
with the. I think you're right with along the lines of having that kind of juice kind of taste, because most hazy IPAs are infused with some form of tropical flavoring,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's orange or passion fruit or guava or mango, whatever it is. Most hazy IPAs have some sort of tropical ingredient. So
yeah, and they're gonna be less IBU too, so they're gonna be less bitter.
yeah,
right.
You know, which is probably why Angelo leans towards more that kind of style. You know,
yeah, they're not as
right
hoppy.
now.
So like, and what I find is like I like the hazies. They're very tasty. In fact, Mikkeller has a whole bunch of good like hazy IPAs. But I actually found out that I actually like hoppier beers opposed to the kind of the hazy. But I mean, I'm not going to turn down a hazy any day in the week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So back to the question. I'm going to go out on a limb and say I'm going to go with number 3, Tom Browning.
Tom Browning.
Probably the least likely out of the 4, but
yeah.
No, I would think Bob Grimm is the least of the 4 because I never even heard of that guy.
Yeah, I haven't.
Tom Browning did pretty well with the Reds there in the 80s. I don't know about him winning 20 his first year. It seems like Doc. I mean, I'm like, yeah, I'll just go with Doc. It seems like too obvious an answer, but I'm like, he might have won 20 in 84. I wouldn't be surprised.
So before I get to the answer, we actually have a home brewer who actually gave us the answer.
There you go.
Jody Moss, thank you so much. Hazy, tons of hops, especially dry hopped at the end, no clarifying. The OJ taste is usually citra hops. So that's very interesting. Yeah. And I know that a lot of different styles, I mean, there's different styles of hazy IPAs as well. So obviously they would have different things in them. So actually good to know from someone who does home brewing. My thing is like, I'm a big sushi fan. And people would ask me all the time, like, "Oh, you should make your own sushi." I'm like, "Why?" When I have like the most like amazing sushi chefs that I can go around the world and eat their delicacies. I've never had the time to homebrew, and I find it quite admirable that people would homebrew. But yeah, my goal is to have as many like craft beers in as many states as I can. Yeah. And when I say states, I mean continental United States, not states of unconsciousness and consciousness. Yes, thank you so much. All right, so back to the question. So Tom Browning, well, Chad M agrees with you, Angelo, and the answer is Tom Browning.
Wow. So you did that in 85?
Exactly. Tom Browning won 20 in 1985.
Wow.
So very, very good.
Now I'm just wondering, did Doc get 20 in 84? You know what I mean? Was it like that close? You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. So people were winning 20 games in the 80s. So we'll have to look that up. Because I remember like didn't Jack Morris, he was big during that time. I think he might have won 20. There's quite a few other people. Okay, so let's get to question number 2. This is actually a fun one. Who holds the record for hits in his rookie season? Your four choices are Ted Williams, Joe DiMaggio, Lloyd Wainer, or Paul Wainer. So some big names that you might recognize, some others that you may not. But slight variations. Yeah. But yeah.
And while we're thinking about it, I'll give you a quick follow-up. Dwight Gooden's rookie year went 17-9. The next year he went 24-4 in 85. That's the only time he actually won 20 games in his career.
Wow. 24-4.
Yeah, in 85. And he actually did get the. Let me see. Herb Score actually had the rookie record for most strikeouts in a season. How about that? In case that comes up in a future question, and Dwight Gooden broke that record.
There you go.
276 strikeouts as a rookie. Think about that. That's crazy. Who even gets that now? All right. Let's see.
Crazy.
As for this question.
Yep. So who holds the record for hits in his rookie season?
I'm going to go with Ted Williams.
Do you mean Ted Dr. Death Williams? That's, by the way, not his nickname, but it should be.
I think as a joke, I want to just say Mr. Monroe. You know, can I go with that? I might go with Mr. Monroe number 2.
Mr. Monroe.
Yes.
That's oh boy, that's a deep.
I'm combining Mr. Coffee and his wife. You know,
Yes.
come on.
That's
I know. It's only for you. That's only for you.
That's like Ray Knight when Jim Rome called him Mr. Lopez.
Yes,
Nancy
exactly.
Lopez with his. Boy, that's a deep cut.
I know. Well, it's only for you. Hey, I was trying to combine the Mr. Coffee in there. All right, come on. Ray Lopez is what he used to call her.
Christopher Lloyd.
Lloyd Wayner. Wow, we're really just
Boy,
going
we're
for
getting
fun
like
here.
all this creativity in here.
Good.
John Talwar says number 4. Colin going with Mr. Coffee, Joe DiMaggio.
How is it that Mr. Coffee has come up before on this show? You know.
Yes, he has. I just want to get it. I want to get a Mr. Coffee just to say I have one.
Yeah. All right. So, did anybody say Lloyd Wayner? He seems to be the odd one out here. Oh no, we have Paul Wayner. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, Top Gun Tower picked Paul, right?
Yeah. Bubble Puck.
All right. So we have picks for all 4. All right.
So,
although so far Angelo's by himself with Ted Williams, which that's a really good guess. I was leaning towards him at first.
All right. So, Angelo, you said which one?
Ted Williams.
Ted Williams. Kevin going with which Wayner are you going with?
I said Joe, Mr. Coffee.
Oh, you went with Joe DiMaggio. Okay. So
yeah, just yeah. I think it's Ted Williams, but I want to go for Mr. Coffee.
All right. So the answer is Lloyd Wayner. So this is awesome. So I looked this up. So Paul Wayner and Lloyd Wayner actually played on the Pittsburgh Pirates. Their combined hit total was 5,611. That they exceed the 3 DiMaggios by over 500.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. So Paul Wayner, known as Big Poison, Lloyd Wayner, known as Little Poison, remain the only brothers inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame.
Wow.
So we should know who these are: Big Poison and Little.
I know they are. I just didn't think they were setting those kind of records.
Right. Exactly. So and according to my card here, Lloyd Wayner, who had 223 hits and a 365. Right, no, 355 average in 1927.
Wow.
He also led the National League in runs with 133 and batted 400 in the World Series.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
So to end this off, I wanted to give a shout out because, of course, I had to look up other poisons. So, of course, I found the 80s band Poison. Now, their drummer was Ricky Rocket. Okay, that was because we all know there's CeCe DeVille, Brett Michaels, Ricky Rocket. We all know.
Why is Ricky Rocket why is his name the only one listed here? That's what I want to know.
It's only listed. There's also Bobby Dahl.
Yes,
right
Bobby
there.
Dahl,
Of course, we all know that, right?
Of course, I know CeCe DeVille.
I actually knew that off the top of my head, which is even sicker.
I couldn't remember Bobby Dahl. I would not remember that.
I actually saw CeCe DeVille walking down the street, and then I saw Duff McKagan right after that. I was like, I thought it was a dream. So, of course, Ricky Rocket, the Poison drummer. So, who's the Rocket in baseball? You got it.
Roger Clemens.
Roger Rocket. So brought it all back to baseball. So you just give me one word, Poison. I'll take you around the world. Right. Let's do it. Hey, if you like all the things that we're doing here at the Beer Baseball blog, please support us on patreon.com/Beer Baseball. Check out our Etsy page. We're also on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch. Thank you so much for joining us for 55 episodes, and we have a 56 coming next Tuesday. So, Kevin, this has gone fast. This has gone fast for you, I'm sure. It's been a roll.
Oh, excuse me. I was only like about 7 minutes late. Before I get any plugs, I actually did want to mention a famous ball player played for the Pirates in the 70s named Rennie Stennett passed away today, the age of 72. I don't think we mentioned him specifically, but when we talked about the first ever lineup of all Black and Latino players,
right?
He was amongst those guys on the Pirates team. And also, I believe he's still the only player in modern history to go 7 for 7 in a single 9-inning game. Yeah, that's what he's probably best known for. But good, solid player. Passed away today of cancer at the age of 72. So I want to give a little toast out to him.
Yeah,
absolutely. Good, solid ball player. Got a couple world championships with him. But if you need to lighten up, you need some good humor, be sure to email jokeland@aol.com. You need some good jokes.
Amazing.
Yeah, Jackie Martling.
Yeah.
And as for myself, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at LockandLoll, LOKNLOLL. Support your minor league baseball team. Find a local brewery that you like. And that's pretty much all I got.
Awesome. Angelo.
All right. So thank you guys for tuning in for episode 55. You can don't forget to catch the premiere of the newest episode of Beer and Break this Saturday, May 22nd, as I unbox a hobby box of 2021 Panini NBA Revolution Chinese New Year edition. And don't forget to tune in to our Facebook page at the Beer Baseball blog next Monday at 5 p.m. Pacific for Monday Night Rip. And I'll be opening a blaster box of 2020 Panini Prism baseball draft picks and opening up some mail from the last couple of weeks as well, since I didn't jump on live this past Monday. So thank you guys for your continued support. Please, if you haven't already, like us and follow us on all our social media platforms. Hit the subscribe button on YouTube to be notified of all the new content, and hit the bell notification icon so you can be automatically notified anytime we post new content. So thank you guys for your support, and I appreciate you guys indulging in this hour and a half with us each and every Tuesday. And shout out Lars Newbar. Come on the show.
Yes, definitely. Also, a quick shout out to Phil Banwar, Cubber Lang. Thank you so much for joining. Yes. And how about this? Power of the Internet. Just ordered a Brooks Robinson and Eddie Murray sticker from Jason Drumheller. So there you go.
Good.
We're making it. So well done. Thank you so much. So we'll see you here. We won't see you at the brewery or the ballpark. But we might see you soon. Fingers crossed. But we'll see you here next Tuesday at 6 p.m. Pacific for the Beer Baseball Blogcast. Thank you so much. Good night, everyone. Take care.